Now, we're speeding through the streets of New York in a converted hearse. There's spirits all around us, but we're not at the pub, unfortunately. It's the Carlisle Cult Cinema Cast. Way!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, PD, back for another Carlisle Cult Cinema Cast. And do you know what? We're recording our 100th episode.
Yay!
Who'd have thunk it? We've got 200 episodes.
Jesus.
And because of that, we decided to watch a trilogy of films, and we ended up choosing the Ghostbusters films, because at the moment there's still a trilogy.
Yes.
Until the new one comes out. Yeah. So, you know, two birds, one stone, and we all love the Ghostbusters films.
Oh, yeah. How can you
so,
not? We're
going to sit here, imbibe what we imbibe, watch the Ghostbusters trilogy. Because there's only at the moment there's only 3 Ghostbusters films.
Yes.
They never made another one, did they?
No.
No.
I
didn't hate it as much as everyone else.
No, I've watched it.
The female one.
What? They did not make...
It's nowhere near as good as the others.
What? You're talking nonsense.
It's alright.
It's a Mandela effect. You're talking nonsense.
That's right, the cinema laughed all the way through. It's good fun. It's not Ghostbusters movie, but it's good fun film.
That's what I mean. It's not Ghostbusters. There's only 3 at the moment Ghostbusters films.
We all agree on that.
The 4th one coming out this year. So anyways, let's get ready and get started.
Who are you going to call?
Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters.
Ghosts.
Hello, Ghostbusters.
They're real.
You do? You have?
They're here. Ghostbusters.
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
They catch the ghost that won't stay dead. Ghostbusters! They're armed. They're dangerous.
Try to imagine all life as you know it stopping instantaneously and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light.
All right, that's bad. Okay. All right, important safety tip. Thanks, Egon.
They're professionals.
Oh, I'm the chairman of the largest paranormal removal company in America. You see it?
They're all that stands between you and the end of the world.
The city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. Real wrath of God type stuff. Exactly. Fire and brimstone coming down from the sky. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Your girlfriend lives in the corner penthouse of Spook Central.
You want this body?
Is this a trick question? Got your stick? Hold! Beat him up! Smoke it! Make him hard! Ready!
Ghostbusters. Starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis. Coming to save the world. Ghostbusters.
Right, that's us back. We've just watched the first Ghostbusters, and do you know something? I haven't watched that in a couple of years, and it's still amazing.
Yeah.
We watched the 4K version, and we noticed a few little things because of the 4K, to be honest. But hey, who cares? And it's still just a fantastic. You know, I mean, it's PG and there's so much swearing in it.
Oh, yeah. Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
I've seen shit that'll turn you white.
Yeah, I've seen shit that'll turn you white.
Brilliant.
And the blowjob scene with the ghost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all that. Just absolutely fantastic.
And Sigourney being a minx.
Almost none of the scenes were filmed as scripted. Most had at least one ad-lib. And Bill Murray ad-libbed basically all of his lines.
Yeah, I'd heard that actually because he's. He does a lot of that anyway in all of his stuff.
Yeah,
SNL.
They give him it, don't they?
Yeah,
it's Bill Murray.
I think everybody knows that Winston was supposed to be played by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, originally, and then they cut his part down like loads when it went to Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, because it was Trading Places. Not Trading Places. Was it Trading
Beverly
Places
Hills
or Run Beverly Hills Cop that got in the way, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beverly Hills
He
Cop.
got signed
He chose to do Beverly Hills Cop, which, let's be honest,
great move.
Move for him because it was a starring role where.
You can't.
It was more of a starring role, I believe.
Yeah.
in the script that he got.
The Ghostbusters one.
The Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
script
yeah,
that
it
Neil
was.
had
He
got
was
originally.
equal to the other three in the original
Yeah.
script, and then when it went to Ernie Hudson, they only brought him in halfway through. That original scene with Venkman getting slimed in the final version, that was meant to be Eddie Murphy in the
That's
original
right,
script.
that's right. And obviously,
So-
we all know Slime as John Belushi.
Yeah.
Yes, modelled on John Belushi. Yeah.
And Steve Johnson, the amazing effects artist who done all the effects on it, and he also done Fright Night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's just shaved his beard off.
No,
That's random. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I seen just the other day that he just shaved his beard off for
Oh
the
no!
first time in years.
See, this is the 100th episode. We're filming, doing this early, so maybe he'll have grown his beard by the time we release it.
Yeah, that's it.
Just to make you want to be a liar.
And it is. I mean, obviously, we all know that the problem they had with the name.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a
They
cartoon
wanted
series, wasn't
Ghostbusters, but there'd been a TV show from the
70s, wasn't it? Yeah.
called Ghostbusters, and they had a gorilla in there.
I remember. I've never seen it, but I remember you saying you'd seen it.
Yeah. And there was. I can remember them being books.
Right. So it's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, there was. Like comic book kind of Ladybird style.
Right.
In Bolchin's shop when I was a kid.
Bolchin shop.
Bolshin's paper
News
shop
agents.
Agents of Barrowby.
Oh, right. Oh,
Still,
yeah.
it's still Central Ave. It's still in the same place as two.
Is it? Right.
Oh no, there isn't one because one's Cafe Central now, isn't it? But yeah, so absolutely fantastic film, and we're going into Ghostbusters 2 next.
Yeah.
And we all, Ghostbusters 2 is much maligned.
It's the ugly cousin.
Yeah, not a lot of people are a big fan of. I don't mind it. I mean, it's all right. There's certain bits which are a bit, what I mean. It's not as good.
They went a little bit more because they had a slight hard edge because the original one wasn't meant to be.
They catered a bit more for kids.
Because the first one was meant to be aimed at adults, but then they realised between the first one and the second one that loads of kids watched it and loved it, so that there's they just toned it down a little bit. There's no swearing in the second one, and I think that it's less so, like there's the smoking and stuff in the first one. It looks kind of grimy. It's kind of that New York of Taxi Driver and stuff like that. But the second one's a bit more kind of polished, and there's all that pink goo and stuff, which kind of makes it pink.
Yeah.
And I like the Vigo.
Yeah, he's a good bad guy.
Played by Wilhelm von Homburg.
Yeah. He's from
and dubbed by Max von dubbed by Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Max
know
von Sydow does the voice.
I didn't know that.
Who's the dude who plays the curator? He's great.
Oh, yeah, with the curly hair.
Yeah.
The strange accent.
And obviously at the time this came out, the real Ghostbusters cartoon was keeping the Ghostbusters vibe alive.
Yeah.
And I loved that cartoon.
I did too. I was a kid when that was out, so it was my demographic, and I was
I've got all the episodes. I've got them all.
Yeah,
It's one of the kids' cartoons that I've managed to get all the episodes.
Nice.
Mysterious Cities of Gold and stuff like that. Ulysses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
But
that
real
was-
Ghostbusters. I enjoyed Extreme Ghostbusters.
I don't know if I ever saw that
I
one.
caught it in the
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
No, that one passed me by. So is that like a cartoon as well?
Yeah. It was when I was carpet fitting.
Right.
Sometimes you get finished early.
And
I'd go up to my bedroom with a pipe and get blasted. Snout's changed, really. And it'd be on, and sometimes you'd get Batman Beyond as well.
What channel? What channel?
Well, it'll only be 103.
103, because it was kids' TV.
Maybe four.
Right.
No, it was 103, I can't remember. It was fucking 20 odd years ago.
Oh, yeah, no. I
Well,
just,
real Ghostbusters
Mental.
was on free.
But anyways, we're going into Ghostbusters 2 next. And fantastic film.
yeah, plus it makes me feel good.
Yeah, Peter McNichol is great as
Yeah,
Dr. Janos.
That's it.
You know what I mean? He's fantastic in it, isn't he?
He's great.
And all the crew's back. Rick Moranis, Annie Potts, the mayor of New York's back, and all the rest of it. I like the judge scene. Do you know when they're
in the courthouse.
The courthouse.
Yeah. That's the start of the film, isn't it?
That's, what's the Fratelli brothers or something?
Yeah, something like that. Absolutely
Fratelli's the
fantastic.
Goonies.
Yeah, that's it. What is it?
But I can't remember, but...
It's something like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll say in at the end.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Fratellis.
No.
I'm not putting my money on that.
And it's Jason Reitman's in it, who ended up directing
Afterlife,
which we're going to watch next. So yeah, absolutely fantastic film. So we're going into part.
We're just finishing part 2.
Yeah, this is part 2. So we're going into part 3 with Ghostbusters Afterlife, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll see you back after Ghostbusters 2. 'Cause busting makes me feel good.
At the stroke of midnight, on New Year's Eve of the last decade of the 20th century, America's largest city is about to pay for the nastiness of its inhabitants. When that day comes, when the slime starts to rise,
The Titanic just arrived.
when ghosts start arriving by the boatload,
We gotta find the guys.
there's only one thing to do.
Sometimes weird things happen. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you gonna call? All right, suck in the guts, guys. We're the Ghostbusters.
The superstars of the supernatural are back to nuke the spooks.
2 in the box.
Ready to go.
We be fast and
They be slow.
Make some time.
Don't put any of those old cheap moves on me.
no.
It's different.
I have all new cheap moves.
Raise your spirits.
If we don't do something by midnight, you will be remembered in history as the man who let New York get sucked down into the 10th level of hell.
And kick some slime.
Looks like a giant Jello mold. I hate Jello. Oh, come on. There's always room for Jello. Happy New Year. Hose 'em.
Ghostbusters 2.
You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and you're a terrible burden on your poor mother.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, and Ernie Hudson in an Ivan Reitman film. Ghostbusters 2.
We're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only Ghostbusters. We're back! Who you gonna call?
So there we go. That was we've just watched Ghostbusters 2, which it is the weakest of the 3, to be honest, but it's still fantastic, and some of the effects still stand up, especially the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, no, it looked really good.
Yeah.
Just looked fantastic still.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I only realised today that it was like a person in a suit doing the effects. I was
Pure Godzilla style.
He's really tall as well.
Yeah, they just put a really tall guy in a suit.
Little bits of trivia before we move on. Janine's appearance significantly changed from Ghostbusters to conform more for an animated look.
Oh, right. Okay.
Daz was salivating over it.
Yeah, Annie Potts.
Brian Doyle Murray, Bill Murray's brother's in it, played the psychiatrist.
Oh yeah, babe. Sorry, my wife, like a little in joke here. My wife's sitting here. We every time Bill Murray's brother comes on any film, whether it's like Vacation, Christmas Vacation, or whatever, Scrooged, I always turn around to her and she's looking at me with an expression of just waiting for me to say it. Then I have to say, that's Bill Murray's brother. Yeah. It's just every time. And when he popped up, I said it to PD because Jess wasn't here.
The kid who tells Ray that according to his dad the Ghostbusters are full of crap is Jason Reitman, son of director Ivan Reitman.
God.
And he went on to direct Ghostbusters Afterlife,
which we're about to watch,
2021, which we're about to watch. And on the side of the Ecto 1, it's got 2020, and I'm sure that Afterlife was originally supposed to come out in 2020,
Do you think that's just because that was on the side of the Ecto one, though?
I don't know.
Some weird conspiracy.
Yeah, possibly. And in the years between Ghostbusters and this film, the real Ghostbusters was a big thing, the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it introduced the idea of Slimer living in the Ghostbusters firehouse. And that's why Slimer was put back into this film.
Well, I also noticed that, like, in I think at the end and the credits, it says like Slimer. I also noticed that even as a kid, I was like kind of, because he was never called Slimer in the original film. He was just Slimer from the real Ghostbusters. Yeah. So when Ghostbusters 2 referenced him as Slimer, it was like it was an acknowledgement of the real Ghostbusters. Yeah.
So absolutely fantastic revisiting, childhood films. I mean, this was 1989 when it came out. So it was 5 years.
89 was it, right? Yeah. Bloody hell.
5 years after the original Ghostbusters film, which was quite a big gap, but I suppose real Ghostbusters kept it going.
It did, absolutely.
They kept it going. Everything was fantastic. So, anyways, moving on, closing off. We're waiting for Afterlife.
Yeah.
So we're going to put Afterlife on next, and we'll be back after this break.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Why'd you bring me up here?
Entertainment value?
What is that?
I don't know.
Somehow, a town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even, is shaking on a daily basis.
Under the dining table now! Hey, remember that one summer we died under a table?
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap? There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Call it fate. Call it luck. Call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Come on, darling.
It has a gunner seat?
So that's us back after part 3, Afterlife. Ghostbusters, it's such a great film. I think everybody will...
Amazing. Love it.
You know what I mean? Better film than 2, but we've just had a conversation with Jess. Jess's first Ghostbusters film was Ghostbusters 2, and she thought that was the first film, and she never seen Ghostbusters 1 till about 14 years ago.
Well, it would be just a few years ago.
Oh, well, maybe just a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was just thinking when you first got together there. So
no, I think it was like
it was first day.
And she was shocked because she sat down to watch the first Ghostbusters. She's like, I never saw it. I've never seen this.
There you go, eh?
There you go. So that's But yeah, this film was dedicated to Harold Ramis. Egon Spengler, who kind of, as we all know, turns up at the end. And he's fantastic. The cast in this was excellent. Paul Rudd does Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we all like that.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard as Trevor was excellent.
Yeah.
McKenna Grace, I think, is going to be a great little actress going forward. She's been in quite a few little things.
She was in Handmaid's Tale. She which is weird. Like I think when we watched it, she looks older, but I think she filmed it before she did this. So like she can like play older, she play younger.
Yeah,
she's like she's got a lot of talent. Definitely.
So I mean, the new one, Frozen Empire, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, Frozen Empire.
Frozen Empire, which looks excellent. Is out.
When we got that, what release date's that?
I don't think they've released. I don't think they've even said the
it's out
season.
sometime this year.
This year, isn't it?
Definitely 2024.
I'm not sure when, but the trailer's out there and it looks excellent.
It does look good.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it is.
It's not Reitman again though. Jason Reitman.
No, it's somebody else. Isn't it?
But I think he was involved in kind of the concept, but like maybe a producer or something. But like he's.
But it's good that it's going back to New York.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean?
The spiritual home.
It's I mean, it kind of. The Afterlife was great outside of New York, but it does feel like Ghostbusters feels like it needs to be in New York. It's.
I think one of the good things about Afterlife is, for me, personally, because it's not. Folks say it's a copy of the first one. It isn't.
No.
A copy of the first one at all. Yes, it uses the same monsters.
But it's a totally different story.
But it's a totally different story.
And this is we were talking about this before, so I'm repeating myself to you guys, but I think it's more close to the Lost Boys storyline because it's like it's got like a family moving into this small town, like a mother, a single mother.
He's a vampire film.
Yeah. I was trying to make a serious point, and this is where we went to.
No, come on.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah.
You know what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you are right. That's the annoying thing. You're bloody right. It's like Lost Boys is absolutely, for me, 100%, not just 80s, but my favourite vampire film of all time. But it is the Bon Jovi of the vampire films of the 80s. It's.
I mean, it wouldn't have been. I mean, this is right fact. It wouldn't have been made if Fright Night hadn't been a hit. Because Fright Night was the first kind of big 80s vampire film.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean? That was a big hit, and then there was.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually,
loads that came after.
I think it's.
Because that's we'll talk about it. Fright Night's my favourite 80s vampire flick, and Daz's is Near Dark.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mention vampires in the whole film.
No,
does it not?
No, mine's the gritty one.
Yeah, the grungy one.
Like yours is the like Bon Jovi, and yours is probably I don't know what yours would be. Yours is a Duran Duran.
It's Hall and Oates, Duran
Duran.
You know what I mean? It's that.
It's Echo and the Bunnymen.
It's that 80s. It's got a very,
It is quite bright and cheerful and colourful.
That's actually, I prefer Bon Jovi than Hall & Oates, so I don't mind a bit of Hall & Oates, but it's okay. But yeah, no. Because I think you said that like Near Dark was the grunge one, and me being like a 90s rocker, I was like grunge was my thing. Like, so I was like, oh no, but Lost Boys is mine. But actually, you're totally right. I've got the Bon Jovi one.
Jerry Dandridge is very suave.
Yes, he is. Yes,
he's kind of Dracula suave.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? And it's Rear Window. Dracula.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that Disturbia as well with Shia LaBeouf?
Great.
It was great.
Rear Window.
I remember it coming out.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, Rear Window again with teens.
Rear Window's brilliant. I love
it's a fantastic film.
Rear Window, yeah.
James Stewart, a little bit.
But I mean, and Fright Night 2 is a cracker as well. But Ghostbusters Afterlife, cracking film.
Yes,
cracking cast.
Yeah.
We kind of went off on a
vampire
tangent there, vampire tangent.
We've never done that before about them three films.
No, we kind of talk about them.
Every podcast of them, they always get a little mention.
That's it.
It's like a cameo, a crap cameo.
Yeah, that's it. If you know, you know.
That's it. And you know something? It's a great film. We're looking forward to the sequel.
Yeah.
This is our 100th episode as well, boys.
Yeah.
It's a bit shorter than usual.
It's a bit shorter than usual.
But it hasn't been for us.
No, we've been at this all day. This is our 100th episode.
Yeah.
And it's I can't believe we've done 100 episodes.
I know, it's cracking. Yeah. Really good.
Good few hours there.
Aye, and we got good. It's been listened to. Was it just under 3,000 hours? Wasn't it? It'd been listened to.
Was it right? Because it was like what do you call it?
The graph thing and all that.
Yeah.
People all over the world as well, which is cool.
Yeah, it was like all over the place.
And we just like to thank you all for tuning in and listening to us three idiots talk shit about films, because that's what it is, really. You know what I mean? It's our opinions and all the rest of it, and I hope some of you agree with us, and I know some of you won't, and that's all right. You know what I mean?
It's absolutely fine.
It's absolutely belter.
Yeah.
But it's a pleasure doing it, and I just hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for taking your time to listen or watch us on YouTube. Well, watch me on YouTube with the ones I put out.
Yeah.
The
PD in conversation.
That's it. Well, it's just me having a chat with
no, that's
different people. And then we've had some people who I never ever thought I'd get to talk to, and end up calling friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, who I chat to, I got Merry Christmas and that off Larry Hankin and Bennett Yellen and
right,
you know
nice.
what I mean? And Deborah Lamb and you know what I mean? So
that's great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So thank you all for listening. Thank you to the lads for putting up with this dickhead.
It's been a pleasure.
You know what I mean? Because I am quite opinionated when, especially when there's films that I absolutely love and adore. I kind of go a bit OTT, and I know that.
Well, we all do. I'm the same. That's why I like you guys wind me up about Midsummer all the time, because you know how much I like it. So it's like kind of.
I watched it.
Passionate.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. It's we all have our love for our films, and sometimes we don't agree on them, but like we like winding each other up if we know that.
Absolutely.
Midsummer I watched. It's about 45 minutes too long, and what went. Oh, there's one that's even longer.
The director's cut. Director's cut's better. It's got more gore.
It's the Wicker Man crossed with a slasher film.
It's not in any way. That's such a simplistic way of describing Midsummer.
No, I wouldn't go like that.
I love that, but that's me, because you know me. I boil films down to the kind of. I can look at a film and go, it's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just how I've always done it.
Yeah.
So when I see elements of.
I mean,
Night of the Demon, anthropology students going to look for, Night of the Demon done that, anthropology students going to look for the beast.
Yeah, there's,
you know what I mean? There's so many tropes.
Definitely. I mean, most movies these days, it's hard to make something completely original. So it's always got like a homage to a certain
Unless
element.
It's like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And Mickey's Mousetrap.
Yeah, so that was coming out.
I'll tell you something, they were quick off the mark with that, weren't they?
I waited till the copyright expired. It was Steamboat Willie, wasn't it?
Steamboat Willie.
Public domain now, isn't it?
Yeah. So anybody can use it.
Yeah.
Which is fucking not bad, getting a bit of... You can use Steamboat Willie in your film.
Yeah.
And not have to pay for it. It's a bit of Disney frigging law.
And you can't... There's no way they can...
Say anything about it? Do anything about it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll try, though,
Winnie the Pooh and there was another one as well, wasn't there? There was...
Bambi's coming soon.
Yeah.
I think Bambi's supposed to be... There's a few of them that are going to be out of copyright.
Yeah.
What film was it where they had Bambi and it was Dwayne Johnson playing Bambi?
Oh, wasn't it a Saturday Night or a Funny or Die?
I
Saturday Night Live or something like that.
I can't remember, but I just have an image as Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Bambi.
Dressed as Bambi.
I've never seen that.
I'm sure it's a film within a film, or like you say, a sketch on SNL or something.
Yeah, it is. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's
But no, we're going to sign off.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get.
I think that's
Airwolf's coming.
Yeah. Knock that off.
That's what happens when PD's Airwolf copter.
Here's Jean-Michel and Vincent.
It'll probably be Kerry, so I'll have to get off anyways. So anyways, I'm going to shoot off. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for the boys for doing it. And I'll speak to you soon. Good night. God bless.
Goodbye.
it.